guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing fine. For this week, I would love for us to do something different, something new. I would love to share 9 of the most craziest Reddit stories with you guys, and let's say after every story I'll get to share what I would do or what my advice would be in that situation. And I would also love to hear from you guys what you would do in that situation or what advice you would give to that person. So yeah, I just said let's try something new instead of everyday effective communication, choice, power of will, power of this, power of that. Let's take a break from learning today and do something different, something fun, and give our advice to strangers who did not ask. And most probably the situation must have been long past gone, but I would really love to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What would you do in that situation, or what advice would you give? And if you're siding with me or if you're in agreement with what advice I'll be giving, let me also know in the comment section and why you're siding with me. So yeah, let's get right into today's video. So the first story on my list, I'll be reading from the iPad here, so in case I'm looking down a lot. But yeah, let's get into the first story. So the first story goes, the title, me 29 female, boyfriend 32 male, gave away my Hamilton tickets. Am I being selfish for just wanting to break up over this? In a since-deleted post, a woman summed up her problems as such. Timeline, dear readers. My boyfriend offered/gave my Hamilton tickets to his troubled sister without my knowledge, and now he and his parents are massively pissed at me because I won't give them to her. Should I just cut my losses? This is very short, but in my opinion, I feel probably the boyfriend should have had a communication with her over giving his sister her ticket. Imagine planning to go somewhere you really want to go and come to find out that your ticket has been given to someone, regardless that person is going through troubled times or whatever the case may be. I just feel it's a bit inconsiderate without telling that person that, oh, this and this and this, and receiving consent from that person if you should give away the ticket or not. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And the person is, I feel like it's too steep. Like the reason is it shouldn't be leading to a breakup or even thoughts of breakup. Don't you get, or don't you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section, because I feel this is no grounds for breakup. Like breakup shouldn't even be coming into the picture. Agreed that person is angry or this is really annoying, agreed, but I feel like breakup is too far. Anyways, the next story, me 33 female with my almost boyfriend 30 male, 3 months. I feel like just the beginning of this story, almost boyfriend. Okay, he lied to me about having leukemia. I flew out to care for him and he basically kicked me out of his house after I slept with him in a weird... Guys, let me take this title again. Me 33 female with my almost boyfriend 30 male, 3 months. He lied to me about having leukemia. I flew out to care for him and he basically kicked me out of his house after I slept with him in a weird place emotionally. I'm not sure what to do. Let's get into the story. Dear readers, I had sex with a man who told me he was terminally ill. What started out as a trip to a new city to help care for someone turned into pretty hard sex. And afterwards, he put me into a hotel because his family was making a last-minute appearance out of concern before he started treatment, and he didn't want them to think he was ordering people off the internet to care for him without asking them first. In the hotel, I used the Wi-Fi and my laptop to search him on Google and found his Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and his Tumblr. Things didn't add up after I messaged a girl listed as his sister, who bluntly responded telling me that her brother wasn't sick with anything and that they were aware of and advising me to try and catch an earlier flight back home. Now I'm confused and lost. I don't know what to do or think. I feel like just from the title, as I said earlier, almost boyfriend, flying all the way to a different city. I understand that he's terminally ill. I understand. is a bit difficult because this person is terminally ill. But God, I just feel like the thought process behind all of this, I feel you would have done the Facebook, Instagram, and the rest at home before going there, especially saying that this is still somewhat a stranger, because she said almost boyfriend. And I just feel like this is just that mistake that you can't take back. Just take your L and keep it moving. But if you have a different opinion from myself, let me know in the comment section, because I feel like that terminally ill played a big role, because you're also thinking perhaps this is someone with cancer, and perhaps maybe you're just trying to make their last days memorable, or just add to their happiness, saying that they have a serious thing going on with them. But then this guys, not to judge, but then the sex and all of that, especially saying that this person is an almost boyfriend. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section so I don't give away too much. But let's move into the next story. For the next story, it says, me, 34 female, with my boyfriend, 41 male of 2 years, got mad at me because I took my cats, 16 male, to a park for the cat's birthday. Am I a crazy cat lady? This title is so funny, but let's get into the story. I've had my cat since he was 6 months old. For his 16th, I loaded him into the car, which he doesn't mind at all, in brackets, and took him to a park by the lake. He spent a couple of hours watching dogs and warming his old bones in the sun. My boyfriend was indignant. How the cat doesn't even know it's his birthday, what a waste of time, who does that, etc. No, he doesn't know it's his birthday, but he knows he's doing something he enjoys. He knows he feels better than he had been. He knows those things. Now, it's 3 months later and my boyfriend is still on about cat birthday outings. I don't get. He helped care for him when he was injured and probably did more than I did because I work 10-hour shifts. So I guess staying at home to care for an injured cat isn't crazy cat person. But taking the cat to a park is. I mean, there's whole parks devoted to dogs where dogs can see their dog friends. So what's weird about taking a cat out for one afternoon? He's really starting to make me feel like shit about it. For this story, I feel it also depends on the kind of person you're dealing with. That's something that I feel some of us do not really pay attention to. Yes, you cannot compare taking care of a cat and taking the cat for the birthday, especially saying that that person is not a cat person. Number one, is obvious that that person is not a cat person. Saying that person is taking care of the cat shows you how much he loves and cares about you, because taking care of someone's pet, properly, it's also a form of love language, if I may say, because not everyone has the patience, the time to understand that you're really a fan of cats and you take proper care of your animals as you should. Not everyone is open to that idea. So I feel like in this position, he is willing to take care of your cat because that is a part of you. That is what makes you happy. That is something you care about. That's a big part of your life. And also the cat is an animal that needs help. Someone has to take care of it. So I feel like taking care of your cat is okay for him. But I feel because he's not a cat person, he can see you as being too much by the cat's birthdays and the rest. But personally speaking, I feel you should do you 100%, and it's not a big deal celebrating your cat's birthday. If you want to celebrate your cat's birthday, feel free and celebrate your cat's birthday. They also deserve love, happiness, and that special day to make them feel special. So if it's what you're really into, please keep it on, but do not let it be like a do or die for your boyfriend to also participate in your cat's birthday. And if it's something that is such a big deal to you, then perhaps he's not your boyfriend, because your cat is also a huge part of your life, and he has been in your life for 16 years, and you don't know how long he still has with you. So you would love to make his remaining years with you happy and fulfilling as much as you can. So I feel, what did she even say? She's confused and lost. She doesn't know what to think. I feel like it's not that deep, except if celebrating your cat's birthday is that deep to you. Then perhaps you can talk to him, have a open communication, and understand, get what he's get where he's coming from, also explain your own side. And if he doesn't get it, then perhaps that's not the person that should be in your life and the life of your cat. Because personally speaking, I'm not a fan of cats, but I do have a friend who has a cat, and it is just the reasonable thing is to be accommodating of the cat, you know. So yeah, do what works for you. And if he's not understanding, then perhaps you should not be in your life and the life of your cat. Because think about it, it's just one day and it's for the cat. It's not like you're going out taking pictures, you know, doing all the extra stuff. And even if you are doing that, so what? Anyways, let's move on to the next story. So the title of this next story is I, 34 male, found a notebook. My wife, 30 female, has written a whole novel detailing made-up scenarios in which she gets revenge on female friends varying ages of mine. I started looking through some boxes and I found this notebook buried under a bunch of old sweaters. I had never seen it before, and it was really odd to find it here because, like I said, she keeps her notebooks in her study. I was curious, so I started reading. Bad decision. The novel starts out with her friend wishing a stone which grants her any one wish. She makes a very specific and detailed wish to become High Queen of the entire world, with everyone reporting to her, while still allowing every nation to have their governments and rulers, but she can tweak their laws as she wishes. She ends up living in a grand palace and meets with delegates from every country to discuss the world events and to hear or near certain rules or policies being enacted. I was enjoying the story thus far. Then she meets with the head of her black squad, a squad of trained assassins and kidnappers. She commands her black squad to kidnap women who have been in my life romantically and platonically. Oh my god. She kills off my exes after pages of psychological and physical tortures. She ruins the careers of platonic friends and makes their families shun them and drives some of them to commit suicide. The only people she doesn't target are ones she deems have been respectful of our relationship, which according to her in this book means dressing appropriately around me, liking Facebook pictures and statuses that have both of us in it instead of just me, and keeping discussions of their personal lives to me to a minimum. My. I was laughing. I never knew this would take a very dark turn. In the beginning, I wanted to say this is why you shouldn't go through people's diaries, personal journals, and the rest, because sometimes this talking to government, tweaking this and that, it could be her imagination, her dreams, because dreams is something that if they say dream as big as you can, there's no limitations to dream. So I can decide today that I want to be bigger than Beyonce, and I am allowed to dream as big as that. So I was going to that point like, okay, this is just what she sees or perhaps what she wants to do. But then again, coming to find out that she has a black squad, killing people, driving people to commit suicide after psychological and physical torture, I feel like there's a mental health of your girlfriend needs to be checked. You guys need to have a conversation or communication, effective communication for that matter, because this is just, I don't know, crazy, alarming, you know. If I was the one, I would be scared, you know. I would not want to be with such a person. That is just me personally speaking, because this is something that before such a thing is written, there has to be like a long thought behind it. There's a thought process, a thought that has been given life, you know, something that has been there and been given life for her to be able to write such things in her novel without even being scared that, you know, someone might see it or someone might come across it like you did. You know, that is really scary. See me, guys, I am seated here so seriously giving advice to imaginary strangers that have even forgotten that they've written the stories. But anyways, yeah, that's just so scary, you know, especially saying that she does it to only your female friends, and the only people that she's leaving out are people that are dressing decently beside you. Like, there are just so many layers, so many layers to it that is screaming red flag, you know. Left to me is like, just run for your life. But anyways, thank God it's not left to me. Let's move on to the next story. The title of our next story is, am I being an irrational crazy girl because my boyfriend won't take any pictures for me, or should I call him out on his behavior? Right now, he is on vacation with his family in Ireland. All my life, if there was anywhere I could go if I could, Ireland would it be. So I was super excited he was getting to go, because if I can't go, him going is the next blessing. The first thing I asked him to do is to take my little pony Rarity with him so he could take pictures of it in different places. It sounds dumb, but I thought it would be super awesome to have pictures of my pony in another country if I couldn't go. He was dead set against it because he thought it was embarrassing. But I talked him into it before he left, because I told him it was like me being there, even though I couldn't be. The day before he left though, his mom saw it and chuckled at it, so he broke down and just didn't want to take it. So I told him not to worry about it and to just take lots of pictures for me, but I was a bit bummed. But I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable about it. My boyfriend is in my dream vacation, or pardon me, she said, dear readers, my boyfriend is in my dream vacation spot and won't take pictures for me. I feel like the big misunderstanding relationship is understanding and communication, because, and it also depends on the kind of person you're with, understanding people for who they are, I feel like you should be able to have some sense of what your boyfriend is like or his mindset is like, because personally speaking, again, for me, things like, oh, please take my pony with me so you could take pictures with me and it will feel like I'm there. Sometimes people's minds will work in different ways, as little as to you it can be so stupid and just doesn't make sense, but to that person it could be the closest thing to them being in that place, and perhaps it's something that you're used to, so you don't really see it as a big deal compared to someone that hasn't experienced it, or like this reader or this writer in this sense is her dream vacation. I just don't understand why some people are not understanding, but at the same time I feel like before you do certain things you should understand the kind of person you're with. Maybe if you understand or understood the kind of person he is, because even his mom chuckling about it, you could have just explained it to her that okay, she hasn't been there, this is like there are just so many ways to go about it without it being this way. And really, if you really think about it, what's really in taking pictures? Just to take pictures, not even of yourself, not of a specific place in mind, like just take pictures. I feel most times if we really pay attention to the people we're dealing with, it will save us from certain things, because this is so easy. And yeah, just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section though. Let's move to the next story. My girlfriend, 24 years, wanted another pet, and I, 27 male, said no. My girlfriend loves animals. She's a legal secretary at her job and also works as a small animal specialist on the side. She's worked with small animal specialists for 4 years, and after getting her real job, she decided to keep her other job for fun in capital letter. At home, we have 2 dogs and 2 cats. All are her pets. Her jobs are highly demanding, and when she isn't working, she's in the den organizing huge dog adoption events. Every 4 to 5 months, she manages to bring about 60 dogs up from a high-kill shelters around the US and finds every dog a home. That's beautiful. And I think that's a cool thing she does, but she literally stays up until 3 a.m. planning flights and managing people to get the dogs securely to holding center and etc. And then wakes up at 6 a.m. and goes to work until 5 p.m. I already know where this story is going to. Until 5 p.m. and then goes to her other job until 10 p.m. and comes home and repeats the process. Anyways, last night before we went to bed, she said she was thinking about getting a 3-frog to put in the den because she really likes the calming presence they give off. I just think that this is a straw that broke the camel's back, because I told her that's insane. I told her I'm tired of all the animal stuff she's involved in, and I told her she needs to grow up, and I told her absolutely no to the 3-frog idea. I feel like I'm in support with the boyfriend. Like I said, I feel I already know where the story was going to. If you would own pets, you need to be able to be responsible and take care of them. The responsibility of your pets or your kids should not be another person's responsibility, because the way you love your pets is not the same way another person will love your pet, except perhaps your significant other, your family members have come to love the pet. But even at that, taking care of a pet is not easy. Not talk of having up to 5 or 6 and even still wanting to add more, whereas you're not even available at the time or all the time, so their responsibility is not even really in your care. You're not being the one doing all the work and all of that. So I feel like that's why it's so easy for her to even want more, because if she's really having to put in the work to take care of the one she have, I don't feel she'll be thinking about having more. But yeah, I'm glad you stood your ground. No to extra pets. Except she's willing to take care of them. Let's move into the next story. I, 13-year-old, just found out that my girlfriend, 28 of a year, had a whole life I knew nothing about right as I was ring shopping. Advice? That's the title. Dear readers, I, 13-year-old, just found out that my girlfriend, 28 of a year, had a whole life I knew nothing about right as I've been ring shopping. This life includes a first marriage and a child who passed away. I am stunned. Advice. This story is so short but layers. Like, she had a marriage and a child who passed away. Advice, guys, especially in this season or this era where everyone is saying it's our time to marry, it's time for marriage and all of that. Guys, please just learn to be honest with your partners about your former life. I know there are so many people on the internet, especially TikTok, that will be like, do not tell your husband about your past, do not tell your wife about your past. And it's like, most times there's nothing hidden under the sun. One way or the other, it will definitely come out. So imagine if you could speak about it right now before year one, being able to squash it out and know if you can move forward or not, or waiting until 10-15 years before it's coming to light. And there's just so much baggage, so many things involved to even think of knowing how to go forward. So honesty, guys, honesty. Let's move into the next story, and please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section or leave your advice, guys. Let's just do something different. I know that these are not real stories or current stories, but please just let's do something new. But yeah, let's move into the next story. Me, 22 male, with my girlfriend, 21 female of 7 months, found out she's a furry in a fandom. Got angry when I found out. I was using my girlfriend's laptop to research stuff while she was out of the room. Nothing shady, no history diving or anything. It was a situation where the autofill came in and revealed that my girlfriend is a furry. I don't think I know what a furry is, but anyways, there were links to the furry social networks, the furry subreddit, furry porn, and artwork. Okay, I admit I did type in for just to see if that was the case. Lots and lots of links popped up in the search bar. I backspaced and didn't know what to think, so I left it for a few hours. When it was quiet and we were watching a movie, I asked her if she was a furry. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. She looked at me sideways with a frown and asked why. I felt bad, but then I told her the truth and what I had found. She immediately got up, grabbed her stuff, and left. I tried to stop her, but she would not say a word to me. This was yesterday evening, still no communication. I know what furries are, and I admit that I've been in situations where people are like, haha, fucking furries, and I laughed. I don't know how long she's been a furry or why she didn't tell me ever. What do I do? Guys, I feel like this is beyond me, honestly, because I don't even know what a furry is to begin with. Since I don't really know, I will not give an advice. But if you know what a furry is, please let us know in the comment section so we can give advice reasonably. But that takes us to the last story, and this story is about Game of Thrones. I know Game of Thrones is so far away, but I just found it so funny, so I thought to share it. Why not? And the title goes, me, 29 male, ex-girlfriend, 23 female, keeps spoiling Game of Thrones for me. Dear readers, I cheated on my ex during our relationship, and she found out shortly after we broke up. She's blocked me on everything, but briefly unblocks me every Monday to send me Game of Thrones spoilers before I can watch it. How can I get her to stop? This was a story I found so funny, and when we say someone is petty, this his girlfriend is really petty. Imagine him being blocked, but every Monday she unblocks him just to spoil Game of Thrones for him. That was so funny. But yeah, guys, I just thought for us to do something different. Let's rest from the power of the power of the power of. Let's do something different. Let's have fun. And please let me know your thoughts, your advice in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and what you would do in this situation. But yeah, guys, let's move into what I have been watching this week. The first on my list would be Tehran. I don't know if any one of you is watching the series or has watched it. I watched it, I think, probably 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I watched up until, in my mind, I thought I watched just season 1. So season 3 came out. It came out at some point, they took it off, it came back. So I was like, you know what, let me get to finish Tehran. But I decided to start all over again because it seems I couldn't remember what the storyline was like. So I've been watching it from the beginning, and I'm currently on season 2, episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. Come to find out that I have watched up until the season 2, episode 4, just that I've forgotten the story. But as I'm watching it, I'm remembering so many details. But yeah, I've been watching Tehran. Tehran is a very beautiful, interesting TV series filled with trailers, but where I'm currently in, it's just so annoying. The way Milad is behaving, all of them together, even the girl, what's her name, Zila, I've forgotten her other name, but yeah, it's just, I feel like I could come out of my skin because of anger, but at the same time, I have to understand that he is a civilian, so he can't think the way Mossad would think, or KGB, but guys, it's just annoying. But as annoying as it is interesting because it keeps you on your toes. You want to know what the consequences is, what the next scene is going to be like, what the next story, and the storyline is just layers. Like the games they are playing, everyone is like who to trust, who not to trust. Like the story or the games is just on a whole nother level. Give Tehran a watch if you haven't, and if you are or you have, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I feel watching it 2 years ago, watching it now is still a very, very, very interesting, good TV series that I feel like even in 2025 you can still say it is a very, very good TV series. So yeah, give it a watch. The next I've been watching would be Paradise. I mentioned this few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. This as well, the current episode, I'm just so annoyed. I'm so upset. I don't know. I like all the series I'm watching, guys. This week, all the episodes, they are just getting on my nerves. This Paradise, let me roughly share the storyline with you guys, especially if you're new. The Paradise is like a cave. They went to the mountain. Under a cave, they are living there. That they call it the Paradise. Something happened to the earth, to the world. It's no longer habitable. It's no longer safe for human beings. So they went to the cave, but there are just so many shady things going on. Eventually, the president came across a very delicate information, classified information. He got killed. One of his agents got killed as well. That's his security detail got killed as well. So there's been just so many things going on, and a different security detail is catching up to the drama, and another police officer, I'll say one of the major police officers in charge, they've been able to catch up to the drama because he was very close to the president. She was the president's girlfriend as well, and things are not just making any sense, and they were able to hack into the system. They were able to release a message to the whole population that they are lying to us. If you want to know who Sinkara is the woman in charge that got them to where they are. They even stole the ammunition, all the weapons in that Paradise. They were able to get away with it, only for them right during the action, poor judgment for him to follow the psychiatrist. Guys, if you're giving it a watch, you understand what I'm saying. But if you're not understanding, please give it a watch. It's just so annoying how they can use something that matters so dearly to you, your weakness against you, because they already have everything in control. Time to do the assignment. It's like a revolution. Someone has finally been able to take that step forward, and people are behind him to be able to get it, and he's just there. And unfortunately, where he was able to go to, because I said poor decision or poor thinking, where he was able to go to, he ended up going to be with the woman in charge, and she had power over him, even promising that, because his wife was one of the unfortunate ones who weren't able to make it to the Paradise, and she was promising him that if he should let everything go, she would be able to connecting with his wife, helping find his wife, that his wife is alive and the rest. I could always already see from his body language, his reaction, that he's feeding into the lies, even though it's true, guys. Like I said, the set is inhabitable. So imagine how they can find his wife. And I remember telling you guys last 2 weeks that she's refusing for the people in this paradise to know that they are survivors outside, because she doesn't want where they are, their location, to be found, and she doesn't want confusion and the rest. So it's just so annoying, because it's like, all of these things you did, you risked your life and all of this, for what? And then his daughter, on the other hand, because before he was able to do it, he knew who he was dealing with. He secured his kids. But children being children, like, I don't know why kids do not listen. Children being children, she left her younger brother and went out, exposing herself to more danger, and that's where the episode stopped. And it's just so, like, guys, it's so annoying, because it's like, of course she can use something like this to lie to you that your wife is outside. There's no certainty. How are you sure that she's not lying to you? And she's saying she's going to help you look for your wife. Why hasn't she been able to do it all this while until now? Like, oh my god, guys, it's not been easy. It's not been easy for them to get the weapons, to get so many people working, former SEAL members, former Navy members, people in the military, and only for it to almost end like this. Because I wouldn't say end, because we don't know what the next episode is going to bring, but I am eagerly waiting for the next episode, because just so annoying. But it's interesting, very interesting. Give it a watch. And then the next I've been watching, guys, Love Island. I cannot believe I followed Love Island for 5 weeks only for Casey and Gabby to win. Unbelievable. But at the same time, I can't really be angry saying that I'm not one of the people who voted, so I don't really have a say, but still unbelievable. Of all people, I can't believe Elma and Sammy made it to the finalists. I can't believe Grace and Luca made it to number 2, and this is not me being against them. I'm just so surprised that they made it to number 2. I would have even preferred if they won than Casey, like, because I don't have any issues with Gabby. People change, so let's just leave it at that. But regardless, I can't believe I spent 5 weeks of my time just for Casey to win. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. And what I've been listening to, guys, I've just been loading. I added a lot, almost 70 or 100 songs to Victoria's playlist. If you're also new to my channel, Victoria's playlist is where I share my playlist with you guys, songs I am listening to, a playlist that I also use myself. Just get to know me. I would say, if you really want to get to know me or understand me as a person, I feel like my music or my sense in music should be able to give you a very good understanding of the kind of person I am, the kind of mental place I'm in, or mindset, and the rest, and yeah, that's also another way I can extend opening myself up. If you can understand or you can be able to perceive me from music, then I feel music is a place or a way to be able to understand who I am as a person. So I will keep adding more songs to the playlist. It is titled Victoria's Playlist. There are lots and lots of Nigerian jams for you to enjoy. And for the songs that are not Nigerian, guys, I am still working on it. Honestly, I am still working on it, but very soon that is also going to be available. So give it a listen. It is titled Victoria's Playlist. Perhaps we have the same taste in music, or you might come to love mine, or you might get to find some of the songs interesting, or yeah, get to find them interesting and download them as well. But yeah, just for what I've been listening to, I would say since the release of Lungu Boy and Morayo, the album, and he is as well, but most especially Lungu Boy and Morayo, those are 2 albums that I can't stop listening to. It's just that I don't want to keep every week week in, week out. I'm like, guys, I'm listening to Lungu, I'm listening to Mariah, every time. But yeah, there's no day, no week I don't listen to them. So I would say mostly that's what I've been listening to for a while now, because like I said, I'm having a little issues with my playlist, but yeah, I'm trying to do the best I can, and then hopefully I also get to share the other playlists, because I know everyone cannot be into Nigerian songs, but if you're into them, I have a lot suggestions. And if you're also trying to get into Nigerian songs, that is also a very good way or good opportunity to make use of it. Just enjoy it. This is curated especially by me, and it is something I also use, I enjoy, I listen to, and yeah, just sharing some part of myself with you guys. But before we go, let's get into our quote for this week. What's our quote for this week? So our quote for this week would be, remember, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. And I just want to leave you guys with these words of encouragement that in this day and age where everyone is just about the grind, everyone is about the hustle, trying to, make something out of life for themselves, I just want to encourage you that as painful as it is, I know some days it's like you can't continue, you have no reason to keep going, the pain is just not worth it, and you're not sure this is what people have gone through to be able to get there. I just want to encourage you that you'll be surprised that as painful as it is, those who have been able to succeed have even gone through more difficult times than that. So just keep up the faith, keep up the hope, and yeah, very, very important. As simple as it sounds, it is really, really it is really, really motivating. If you really, really deep the lines that if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Just hold on to that and keep going. There's so much uncertainties, doubts, fears, and all of that. But if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me once more. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know the advice you would give if, let's say, that was to be you, or they're asking you for your advice. Let me know in the comment section. And if you have a different idea or suggestion, what videos you would love for me to do, things or topics you would love for me to touch on, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.